Welcome to day 4 of our 5-day beginner Pilates challenge. By now, hopefully you're starting to feel the amazing benefits of Pilates and you're ready to challenge yourself just a little bit more, which is what we're going to do today. Today's class is going to be a full body flow. We're going to be building on the things that we've already done and adding in a few new fun exercises. So let's get started right away. We're going to turn to face the front edge of our mat, sitting up nice and tall, legs hip distance apart, little bend in the knees. Place your hands on your shins and let's fold over the legs and start with some breathing. Breathe in through the nose. Think of expanding the ribs out to the sides and back. And breathe out through your pursed lip, feeling those abdominals slightly engaged. 2 more like that. And 1 more time, deepening that breath, maybe lengthening the inhale and lengthening the exhale. Now let's stack our spine up, sitting nice and tall, going into the half roll back. Reach the arms straight out in front of you. Take a big breath in to prepare, get tall. Exhale, find your C curve. And now I want you to keep the C curve this time. Pull the abdominals back as you just shift the shape over your legs. And take that shape back again. So nothing is changing here through the spine. You have this nice C curve. Your gaze comes to your knees as you shift forward. Your arms stay up in line with the shoulders. And as you shift back, your gaze comes to the horizon. Keep going like this. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, scoop it back. We have 4 more. And 3. Starting to wake up through the abdominals a little bit. I'm already feeling mine. And 2. You're doing so well. 1. Hold back here. Find that really nice C scoop. Glutes are slightly tucked under, ribs and hips drawing towards each other. From here, we're going to lift one arm up into the sky and lower it down. And the other arm floats up by the ear and lower. Continue with this. We have 6 and 5. Remember what we talked about in the past. Make sure you're not leaning back too much with that upper back. Keep that connection between rib and hip. Last one. Holding here. Come over your legs. Take a quick breath in. And stack the spine up. We're coming down to lie on your back. So let's scoot forward. Coming all the way down. And we have some hip rolls. Bring the feet a little closer to the seat. Your feet and knees are in line with those sitting bones. And we're going to take an inhale to prepare. Feel a nice expansion. Breathe out, curl the tailbone under, and roll up 1 bone at a time. Resting between your shoulder blades here, breathe in. Reach the knees away from you. And exhale, roll down. Melting that spine down, getting each vertebra to touch the mat and release to neutral. Let's do it again. Use your exhale to curl, peel, lift. Inhale, stay, reach your arms back. And exhale, keep your fingertips reaching behind you as you roll down, lengthening your tail away from your fingers, feeling a huge stretch. Bring your arms by your sides. Roll up. Reach the arms. Roll down. And release. If that doesn't feel great for your shoulders, you can always keep your arms down. We're going to do 4 more here. Pairing your breath with the movement. Moving at a pace that feels good for you. Just try not to rush it. That's all I ask. Let's connect breath to body. Use the floor. Push the feet down. Starting to feel good here. Letting whatever it is we were doing before this just melt away, putting it aside, and just getting really present on your mat and in your body. And let's bring the arms down by the sides. Now we're rolling up again. This time we're holding at the top. Let's anchor down through the backs of the arms and the left foot and see if we can bring that right leg up to a tabletop position. And then bring that foot down, toe, ball, heel. Push into the right foot and lift the left leg up. So this is building on what we did before where we just did a little foot float. And now we're seeing if we can bring that leg up all the way to tabletop, challenging your pelvic stability, Seeing if you can keep the hips level, keep them high. Good. And just keep those ribs soft. Being mindful of all of our Pilates principles. Awesome job. Can we do 2 more? I know we can. Move at your own pace. Maybe you don't do as many as I do, and that's okay. Focus on that form. Hold at the top, roll down one last time through that pelvis. Awesome job. Okay, we're gonna hold here for a moment, thinking of taking that nice big breath in, expanding. And as you exhale, I want you to connect into your core. Feel that gentle wrapping, that gentle zipping. And then we're lifting the left leg up to tabletop. Continue contracting the core. Lift the right leg up to tabletop. From here, the arms are going out into a T. We're gonna go into our spine twist and making it a little harder with both legs off the ground here. So see if you can keep a good connection through the core. And we're gonna bring both legs over to the left side. The right glute will lift off the mat. The right shoulder will stay down. Now, really engage the right side of your waist to bring the legs back to center. And let's go the other way. Inhale, twist. Exhale, contract the left side of your abs to bring your legs back to center. Good, keep squeezing those knees together. And if you're finding that really challenging, you could put a little squishy ball, a pillow, or a yoga block between your inner thighs. Give it a little squeeze and notice how that helps you to engage through your core. Keep going here. Each time you come back to center, I want you to just pause and notice that you're not arching your back. Okay, a little pressure into that blueberry. 2 more. You're doing so well. 1 more. Hold those legs in center. Let's place the right foot down, the left foot down. Nice job. From here, we're gonna stretch both legs out long. And one leg is gonna bend and come into the chest and stretch it to the ceiling. So in order to get that leg straight, it may need to be a little further away from you. We wanna make sure you have a neutral pelvis here. The name of the game for this one is keeping the pelvis steady. We're going into circles. So let's take that leg, move it inward towards the other leg, down towards the mat, out about mat distance, and bring it back up. Let's do it again. Inhale and exhale, bring the leg up. We're gonna continue like this, making your circle a little smaller if you need to, or even bending your knee slightly, if that helps you to keep your pelvis still. So I want you to think about the leg bone moving in the hip socket and nothing else moving. Okay, so play with it and see what you need to do to find that stability. And over time, as you get stronger, you can make it a little bigger, and as you build that flexibility as well. 1 more. Hold there. We're gonna reverse the circle, going out and down, in and up. Inhale the first half of that circle, exhale to pull it up. Good, we have 6. 5. You're doing great. Notice how much work is happening right here in your core. 3, such a great exercise for the core. Let's do 1 more. Awesome, bend the knee, slide the leg long on the mat, and we're gonna draw the other leg up, either keeping a slight bend, straightening it, or if you need to, moving it a little further away from you. Okay, so find that stability, find your neutral pelvis, and let's bring the leg in, down, out, and up. We have 8, 7. So I want you to use the inhale for that first half and then the exhale to accent the pull up. And you have a little pause at the top. Good job. Push that opposite leg down into the mat to help with stability. Your arms are there too. 1. And let's reverse the circle. We'll go for 8. And 7. Lengthen that leg out of the hip socket. 4, 3, you're doing so well. You're probably feeling this. I know I am. 1. Bend the knee, slide the leg on the mat. So as you come back and revisit these classes, I want you to make sure that you're taking the modifications that you need so that you can build over time and really get those muscles nice and strong and flexible, and you're not forcing anything. From here, we're gonna reach our arms back by our ears. Our legs are long and our ankles are flexed. Think of pushing your heels against a brick wall or something heavy. Now we're just gonna reach the hands towards the feet, lift the chest to look at the feet. You're gonna hold here and exhale. Really zip up the abs. Inhale, lower down to the mat, and exhale, reach the arms back by the ears. So notice the ribs, they're soft, back of the ribs anchored into the mat. Your arms are just framing your ears. Let's inhale as we reach forward, and exhale to hold. Inhale, lower down, and exhale, reach. And one more like this, inhaling to lift just to gaze at the feet. Tips of the shoulder blades are lifting off the mat. Exhale, we hold, feel the abs. Inhale, lengthen down, and exhale, reach the arms back. Now you can keep going with that, or you can follow me and add on. We'll inhale, look at the feet, same beginning of the exercise, and then exhale, see if you can push the lower back into the mat, scoop the belly, and come up over those legs. Inhale, you'll lead with that lower back, keep pulling the belly back, rolling down with control, and then exhale, the arms come back. Now the breath is important, so listen to me as I cue it. Inhale, we lift up, reach. Exhale, we come up and over the legs, or you can just stay with that hold. Inhale, we roll down, leading with the low back. Legs are active here, and exhale to reach. We have 3 more. Whatever variation you're choosing, I want you to go slow and make sure you're not throwing yourself up. If you're having to use momentum to get up, then that tells me that we need to build some strength and mobility, so you should stick with the first variation for a while. And I have some tutorials that I'll share soon with some props and some different things that will help you get over if that's your goal. 1 more. All the way up. And this time we're gonna stack the spine all the way up to sit tall. So if you're still down on the mat, grab behind one leg and join me in a seated position. Now you can have your legs out long, you could have them crisscrossed, or you can sit up on a pillow or yoga block. The goal here is to get your back in a nice long neutral position and feel comfortable in your back and your hips. And we're gonna bring our arms out to a big T, like airplane wings. So from here, we're gonna twist through the spine, and then we're gonna go a little further and a little further and come back through center. And then we're gonna go the other way. And a little further and a little further, getting taller each time you come back to center. Keep going like that, and notice my arms. I'm not moving them, right? They're just an extension of my collarbones. I'm rotating from the belly button up and getting my obliques working to get those ribs moving. Inhale, center. Let's do 2 more. And a little further, exhaling as you twist. Inhaling as you come to center. And last time. And twist. And twist. Good job. Come down with the arms. And we're just gonna come over onto all 4s here and just make our way down onto our tummy. Going into a little bit of extension work. So let's start out with our hands underneath our forehead. Legs are long and parallel. Let's take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, you're gonna lift the chest and the elbows so everything is lifting up together. And then lower down. We did this in our last class. I believe it was class number 3, where we added this one on. So keep going with this. It's a bit of a heavier lever, so it's a little harder to stabilize. So I want you to think of pushing the tops of the feet down into the mat, feeling your legs, your glutes. Engage your core a little bit, just that gentle wrapping. Good. Now hold at the bottom. We're going to switch the breath here, make it a little bit more challenging, but help facilitate the extension. So you're going to blow out the air And then inhale to lift you up. Lift those elbows a little higher to feel that work between the shoulder blades, and exhale, lower down. 3 more like that. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Last 2. One more. So you're in this long, low line. You're not lifting very high on this one. It's more about finding that length. And now we're gonna bring our legs a little bit wider, about mat distance, turn them out, bend the knees, and then flex those feet and connect the heels. So you have this diamond shape through the legs. You can rest your head down on your hands once you know what you're doing. I'm just gonna keep my head lifted so that you can hear me a little bit better. So from here, we're just gonna squeeze our heels together. Think of pushing the pubic bone gently towards the mat, and see if you can find that feeling of the glutes firing. And inhale, release the squeeze. Exhale, squeeze the heels together. Pubic bone into the mat. And release. Let's do a couple more. Push evenly into those heels so both glutes start to fire up. And squeeze. Shoulders are relaxed. 4 more. Squeeze those heels. Breathe out. Feel the core engage a little bit. And 3. Such a great exercise to get the glutes nice and warm. And we're going to add to this in a moment. Last one. Squeeze. See if you can really feel those glutes. And release. We're going to put those 2 moves together. So your head is resting on your hands. Let's breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Squeeze the heels. Hover the upper body off the mat, and maybe hover the knees off the mat as well. Feel a little bit more work there, and lower down. Exhale, squeeze and hover. Think of reaching the knees away from the head, creating length, lower down. If this is too much for your lower back, you can just keep the knees down, or you could place a little cushion or pad underneath your hip bones and see if that helps. Good, 4 more. Such a great exercise for getting that posture, those posture muscles working, opening you up through the front of the body, strengthening the back of the body. So for anyone who sits all day, which is most of us, 2. Last one. And lower down. Lovely job. All right, let's put our hands under our shoulders and just press back, taking a nice shell stretch. Okay, we have my favorite side leg series. We're gonna come down to lie on your side, arm underneath your head, or again, you could use a block or a pillow. Let's line ourselves up with the back edge of our mat here and check that you can see the tips of your toes and your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, and your head is just a little bit back in space so that your ear is lined up with that top shoulder. So if someone was looking at you from overhead, you'd have this beautiful long line from ears to ankles. Now from here, we're gonna reach the top leg out nice and long and then lift it up. Now flex the foot and lower the leg back down. Point and lift, flex and lower. So as you move through this, I want you to notice the knee and toes are facing me, they're facing forward, so that you can really get into that glute med, that hip stabilizer, that really important muscle. 4, 3, good job, 2, 1, notice we're moving with control. We're really reaching that leg, creating that resistance in our body. Lift the leg up, reach it a little longer. Imagine I'm pulling it out of the hip socket. And little circles, my favorite. We have 8, 7, 6, keeping the torso really quiet, the pelvis really quiet. 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse. 8, 7. Push the bottom leg down into the mat. Notice how that helps. You can use this hand too. 2 and 1. Hold there, reach it long, lower the leg down. Now we're gonna lift this leg up and just hold it. Now let's work that bottom inner thigh. We're gonna lift the leg heel to heel and lower it down. We have 8, 7, 6, you're doing so well. Keep going. 5, really try to get that heel to touch. 3, inner thigh is working. 2, and 1, you're probably feeling the top thigh too. Lower the legs down. Nice job. Bend your knees. And let's just draw that little rainbow. Just 2 of these here. We're going to inhale as we circle around, rotate to the ceiling. And exhale back. 1 more time. And back around. Nice job. Okay, we're going to come up and flip those legs right around. We'll do the other side. Let's line ourselves up with the back edge of the mat. Long line from your ear to your ankles. Your hips are nice and stacked here. Okay, so just do a little double check on that. And from here, we're gonna lift the top leg up, flex, and lower down. Stretch it long, lift, flex, and lower. So the whole time you've got this little engagement in the underside of your waist. Top side of your waist stays nice and long. I'm going to keep reminding you of that because it really changes the exercise. And we want results, right? We want to do this work and we want to know that it's changing our body and that we're getting the most benefit that we can from it. 2 more. And 1 more. Nice job. Now lift that leg up. Push the bottom leg into the mat. Little circles for 8, 7. This side's so much harder for me to stay steady. You can probably see that. So I'm going to breathe. I'm going to fight for it. 3, 2, 1. Hold it there and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Relax the top shoulder. And 2, I probably caught some of you. Hold it there. Okay. Bottom leg is coming up. Ready? Up and down. Up and down. You're probably burning. I know I am. So just keep smiling. It really does help. Keep the breath flowing. 4 and 3. Feel that bottom inner thigh too. And 1, you're probably feeling the top side obliques as well. They're working hard. Lower the legs down. Bend the knees. And just cradle your head in your hand. Let's draw that circle. Sweet relief. And around. So what initially made me fall in love with Pilates was the side leg series. So hopefully you love it as well. All right, we're gonna come over onto your forearms. We're almost finished here. Stick with me for a few more minutes. We're gonna come up onto our forearms and revisit our plank. Tuck your toes, take a breath in, and breathe out. Lift up to your knees. So you're in this modified plank here. Really find that nice strong position. Push the mat away from you. Draw up through the core. And if you want, zip up those quads, those knees, and lift to a full plank. When you're here, you just want to make sure that you're not dipping through the pelvis and that your bum isn't way up here. You've got this long line. And I like to think of pulling my elbows and my feet towards each other. And boy, does that help with the engagement. Good. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you lower down with control and not just fall out of it? There you go. Nice job. All right, let's come up and do a little cat stretch. Round your spine and unravel. And 1 more time. And now meet me over on 1 hip. We're gonna finish class here with a little intro to side bend. So we're gonna be up on the wrist. If you have delicate wrists, you could come down onto your forearm, okay? We're gonna intersect our ankles like this. So your top knee is bent facing the ceiling, your bottom knee is bent facing me. Top ankle is just in front of that bottom ankle. Take that foot, top foot, and just turn it slightly forward, okay? So we're gonna press the mat away and stabilize through the shoulder and just check that this hand is slightly forward of the shoulder. From here, we're gonna lift up through the underside of our waist, resting on that bottom shin, and come into your side bend here. This is the prep. And it's building to something. So see if you can find that. Push the mat away. Lift up like someone's pulling you up from the underside of your waist. You can give your glutes a little squeeze, push your hips forward. and down. Keep going with that. I'm gonna show you the more advanced version just for fun. You can try it, but you can stick with the prep if that's better for you. So we'll push the mat away. We'll lift up, and this time we're gonna keep lifting right up through here so that you can get those legs straight. Really scoop up the side of your waist. Bend the knees and drop straight down. Let's do it again. Push the mat, lift up, and down. One more time, whatever variation you choose. Come on up, squeeze those inner thighs together if you're up here with me, and come on down. Awesome. I would love to know if you tried the more advanced version, how it felt. You're stronger than you think, right? So sometimes it's fun to just see how it feels. Something to work towards if it didn't work for you today. We're gonna find that positioning of the legs. Bring the hand slightly forward of the shoulder now. We're just moving to the other side. Push the mat away, feel that shoulder strong and stable. Pull up through the underside of your waist. Let's find that bottom shin. Push the hips forward. And come on down. And exhale to bring you up. Keep pushing the mat away from you as you lower down. It's that ground force. I keep talking about that, right? Using the ground forces. It helps you get more out of the exercise to feel stronger, more stable. All right, we're going for the full variation, maybe, if you're with me. We're gonna lift up, squeeze those inner thighs together. And we're lowering straight down. So try not to send your bum towards your feet on those on the way down. Try to land in the same place every time. One more here. And come on down. Oh my gosh, that was challenging. Meet me in a cross-legged position here, and we're just gonna cool down for a second. So sit up nice and tall, grab that pillow if you need it, and let's bring the right arm up to the sky, come over to a side bend. And then you're gonna twist, reach that top pinky finger forward towards the wall. Feel that nice stretch as the opposite hip stays down on the mat. Come back towards me and lift the arm up. Other side, reach and over. And just enjoy this. Let your heart rate come down. Reach as you twist. Good. And bring the arm back. Oh my gosh, great job everyone. I hope you're feeling so strong. That was a challenging class and I'm sure that you nailed it. You just completed class number 4 and that's such a huge accomplishment. I hope you're feeling proud of yourself. I know I'm proud of you all. And I would love to hear how this class felt and how you're enjoying the challenge so far. So definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Give this class a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, guys, please do that right now. It takes 1 second and it's totally free. Reach over, click the subscribe button and help support the channel. I will see you guys in class number 5 tomorrow. Have an amazing day.